everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News, Gist and Blog. Mr. Abraham made strong allegations against VDM, and that allegation, it was a rumor that spread across all social media platforms, and now VDM is back to clarify the hair. I want you guys to watch this particular video on how he called VDM out and said that he paid VDM. You know this particular guy anyway, the guy that accused Dr. Paul Enenche of false miracles and a lot of things that he said about Paul Enenche. However, he directed his anger towards VDM for not helping him, and a lot of things that he said in this video. I want you guys to watch it. We'll be right back to do some messages to it, why VDM also responded. I want you guys to watch the video.
I contacted Very Dark Man. I contacted Very Dark Man, and I'm happy. We have chats here. I didn't even contact Very Dark Man. Please, the first time was Parara Mock News. It was the first person. Parara Mock News was the first person that blew that RAPE case, because he is close to me. I say, guy, see you, me where they fight for other people. See my own daughter. And he said, what didn't happen? I told him. He was the first person that broke that news. And I do content too, but I at a lower level. I posted it on Facebook, on other platforms, Twitter. It was from there that Very Dark Man saw it and expounded it. And now called me. He started chatting me. He was the first person that started chatting me on Twitter. Though you know how it is. Everybody started to talk about it. So it was from there, the chat here with Very Dark Man. It was from there he said we should see, and I obliged. I was ready because, and let me tell you, sir, when
just later send me the screenshot.
Yes, I'm going to send you everything. When that happened, he was asked whether I'm in Abuja. I told him yes and all of that. And he said, we are going to see that he has a lawyer. He sent me the address of the lawyer, myself, my younger brother, my 2 children, because I had moved them from my ex's place to where they were squatting to my house. I left one with them, with her, sorry. I took them to see Very Dark Man. We sat down at Deji's chamber, who said 2. My 2 children were there. But if you see my children, they are very big. Because if you see, of course, if you see their mother, you know she is big. 2 children were there. My younger brother was there. Very Dark Man was there. The lawyer, he has other lawyers there, all there in that chamber. We are discussing. And Very Dark Man said, oh, somebody have contacted him about that case before, but he wanted the woman to come out to talk, but the woman refused. That she's not ready to make herself public. So she withdrew. And I told them the extent I went to Natib. I also went, there's a ministry under women, something under Federal Ministry of Justice. I went there. So everybody, they were ready to deal with the case because the case was already transferred and we saw the game they were playing. So what did I need from Very Dark Man and social media? I needed social media pressure because the people involved they have money,
Rich.
They have the connection
and influence.
I was already broken. That number one, I didn't hear on time, so I needed a push so that if all of them will come under pressure. Now I told Very Dark Man. Very Dark said immediately we are going into work. Even Barrister Deji, and to be honest with you, I knew Deji before Very Dark Man. I've known Deji long time. So when I even saw him, and of course I even knew when he graduated as law, I was even shocked to see the office and all of that. I said, wow, oh, that's good. So that was when he said he would do it pro bono. And you know, rape case like that, Natif were already interested. There's another set of lawyers under Ministry of Justice that were already interested. So it was a full truck, and that was when they said, Very Dark Man said the following day that he's going to do a follow-up interview back to back, so that the pressure, because the first one started, I know something about such interview, you need to do follow-up back to back. He said he's going to even interview my daughter. I said fine, and but they are going to cover her here.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. And do you know when we left? That the day he promised, and I called his number, I wasn't going. I said, and the Parara, another platform that, when you, for instance, now, if you remember the day I had the interview with you, somebody else invited me. I called you.
Yes.
I say, man, should I go?
Yeah.
That's the kind of person, because if you have a platform that already pushing the narrative, to begin to jump
from one place to another,
it doesn't help the narrative. Because so I said, okay, Parada started it, but Very Dark Man at that point was gaining ground and popular. So I needed his push. So I said, okay, he will help. So I stopped, struggling for either using Parada or any other platform. Now I followed Very Dark Man. I begged him. He said, no problem. He's going to do a follow-up. So I started trying to call him and all of that. It wasn't going. I kept, until the next day, it wasn't going. Until this is what he said. He said, check my post. Of course, he said he has started posting it. He said, I will give you guys my platform and also my connection to see how to get justice. Please, I want to beg you. He said we should tell the truth, nothing but the truth. I said, the truth. They are raping my daughter, and that is all I want is justice. So the day we were meant to see, we didn't see again. He started like, please. And I do both, and the car is not mine. I have to remit every day. So if and I have children with me, so each day that I don't go to work, the business is locomotive. So if I don't go to work, they won't eat. So I need to go to work. So I will call, because I need to go there with my daughter. So I will call, and it wasn't picking. So I now retreated and started posting on my own. And when I started posting, he chatted me and said, I'm trying to get the right word, that I started posting on my own, and he said, he chatted me and said I should stop posting. He said, bro, you are posting too much. They try for under, and you keep posting. So he said, you can see it. He said, bro, you are posting too much. So I said, okay, if I try to imagine, okay, what are they trying under? Okay, maybe they are trying to, okay. I withdrew posting. To be honest with you, till this moment, Very Dark Man never hosted my daughter until the matter was called in court. I watched his video. I think some days ago I did a video. I never wanted to talk on this matter because I felt dragging. We are men. I know. I asked him to help me.
Yes, that part is we actually want you to talk about.
Yes.
Because for me, when I saw Very Dark Man's video, concerning it and the proof he presented, it made you look so entitled.
Okay.
In fact, I became angry with you. I was like, I don't like associating myself with people with such entitlement mentality, to a point that you also made a video, published a video on YouTube calling him a fraudster.
Yes.
And asking him to send you back the 500 naira you sent to him.
Okay.
I mean, it was a turn off for me. So now that you're here,
I need to let me drink water.
Tell us what really happened, and if he's right. If a Very Dark Man didn't lie against you, also admit it.
Okay.
And I would also want you to apologize to him if you think what he said is the truth.
Let me say this. And I can be fact checked. When I got the issue of the rape of my daughter, I still have the screenshot here. I never had his contact. I was shuffling through social media. I contacted every other person, chatting, hi, please, my name is Abraham, I had this. So I went on Facebook. As of the moment I typed Very Dark Man, so many names on Very Dark Man appeared. So as someone that has been on social media, I had to look for the highest followers, like the one maybe the highest view. I felt, okay, maybe that must be Very Dark Man platform. So I chatted, and the person replied. So I said, that's good. I introduced myself, and I told him, I told the person, the Very Dark Man of my daughter's case, and he said, oh, fine, he's interested, or the person gonna learn, the normal and all of that. So I was happy. I even told people around my, I just chatted Very Dark Man, and he responded. So I was happy. And but he said that I don't charge, but there's what I call a data something fee. I was like, oh, how we very dark man now ask for data something data processing fee.
These messages, this conversation, do you still have them?
I have them. So
It's all right.
so I said, well, if I would, I think you mentioned, I think about 40,000 or something. I said, I don't have. Oh, I'm just a father hustling, and I don't have. We talked until we arrived at 5,000, and I told myself, if that we make help my daughter gain justice, I beg I go do am. No be steal. He said not for data. It's not for the job. I transferred. He said a screenshot of receipt. I did. He said fine. Tomorrow he gave me time that he will start the job. Now, as I was doing that, that was when I had my contact with Very Dark Man on Twitter also. So when the thing happened, I didn't mention the money to him because you are helping me to get my daughter to gain justice already. So what is 5,000? And I was good to go. I was so happy, and it went on. And so when the whole thing about it discontinued, to be honest with you, I want you to put yourself in my shoe. You're a father, your daughter got RAPE, and the person that you thought will help you, because we need that social media justice. I wasn't asking him for money. And you go, even the day we went there with my daughter and all of them, that nobody, not a pin. I drove there, I drove my family home. I didn't ask anybody, even throughout. I didn't ask anybody for a dime. Now, that passed. So one day I started thinking, I said, it is possible that Very Dark Man either is aware or maybe oversight. Is he aware that he has many accounts bearing Very Dark Man on Facebook? So I tried to chat him. I said, sir, could you check? And maybe why not try verify? I noticed that all these things are verified. Why not try verify your Facebook account? Because there was a time when my daughter rape case was happening. I tried to reach you. This was what happened to me. I fell, whether it was a scammer or anything, I fell and I even paid money. And possibly there are other gullible Nigerians or people that may be falling for such. I chatted him privately. He did not reply. I now said, well, maybe he has too many messages. I took it to Twitter. I tagged him. I did screenshot of all of these scenarios. And I appealed to him, please verify your Facebook account. He did not respond. Of course, it has about 90-something thousand view. So he saw it. Because I know he saw it. He did not respond. And I said, wow. Is it that he had what? Why will somebody if you look like Davido, I can't verify it. If you type Davido, it's just one account. And it will help people following him, because there may be other people masquerading as Davido. So people started drawing my attention that there was a time he did a disclaimer that it's only one account he has on Facebook and all of that. But I said, okay, he has a retail. Why not they report all these accounts and block them? Because these people are scamming people, and their account is not just 10,000, 20,000. Some almost 1 million. Some 700, 600, 500, 200, 100,000 followers. So if you're a lay person, you may easily fall victim, and you are standing for justice. So why not, clean up these things so that people can follow you well? That was what my plea. So it didn't happen, and I just moved on until when I had accident in October. And I hit a Hilux car while driving. It was raining. They parked on. It was raining, but I took the blame, because for me, I hit them from behind. It was this hospital at Jabi. I'm trying to get the name of the hospital. I took responsibility. Deaf Hospital. Thank you, Deaf Hospital. They said I will pay for their repair. They towed my car to Deaf Hospital. I was pleading with them so that everybody can go, because the impact of theirs wasn't much, but they insist that in that place is spoil and repair, that it is the responsibility of the driver. So if either the driver hit or you hit the driver, they don't have insurance. It's the responsibility of the driver. So at that point, I had to see how I can raise money to fix their car, and they were charging me, I think, about 200 something thousand to even fix their car, not my own yet. So
was that when you reached out to Very Dark Man?
That was when I reached out to Very Dark Man. I just sat under the tree there. My younger brother was there, and I reached out to him. I said, oh, bro, see you, I had an accident too. Even to tell you the truth, go check my handle on Twitter. I was even posting, asking for help. Because one thing I do, I prefer to ask than to steal. That we are trained to be disciplined. I prefer to say, please help me. At one point or the other, somebody is helping somebody. So I prefer to ask, help me. If you insult me, no problem. But I prefer to ask. So even on my platform, even on Facebook, I posted. There were people that supported me. Because where would I go to? I don't have any other person, so it's better to ask. Now, when he now saw it, he now said, how much? I now dropped a voice note for him. They said about 200 something thousand for their own. And when I told him that, no reply again. Me and my brother were worried. I said, what's happening again now? Then, not a day, not 1 hour, no reply again. And we are waiting to see how, with a promise we'll give to these people. So I told them, please, they should give me a little time. I started trying to see how I could raise money. I left the place. So I started following him up, calling him. Bro, maybe I thought maybe he didn't see the message. Follow up messages, no reply. Until one day, I was really touched. I said, how did I do this man now? I'm not asking for anything before. And I was seeing him helping people. So I said, okay, bro, I beg. See this thing now. Anyhow, at least, please help your guy. He now told me that his spirit do not permit him to help me. To be honest with you, one thing that my major turn off is profiling. As a matter of fact, I have a platform on anti-profiling because I detest scenarios and situations where people profile people. Now, when I saw that, I said, your spirit, what did I do? What is the connection between, I had an issue, you saw it, the connection between you and your spirit. So I tried to, persuade him or make him see reasons why he should help me. I dropped voice note. I even tried to connect him. We all have different background. If you are acting based on maybe what somebody told you, maybe my ex-wife or maybe anybody about me, please help me. As of that moment, I needed that intervention. He locked up. Because, sorry, let me digress a little. I had already paid for that diff repair. So what I was looking for now was to fix my own. So the mechanic and Penebita gave a long list. I screenshot it so that it doesn't look like copy and paste and sent to him. Not only him, I sent it to people that could assist me. So when he told me his spirit, I prefer to tell you, sorry, right now I'm not disposed, I don't have, or maybe, please, I don't have. But when he told me that, I felt I was being profiled. It was not that I was entitled. No, I felt I was being profiled. And that was what made me. So now I'm trying to let him, why will you do that to me? Number one, I know it's your money, but also at least have regard for me. At least have regard for me. Don't profile me. And now I started drawing his attention to some of the issues I had when I was on Facebook and the money I lost, and even when they were doing the retail contribution, I contributed. And I said, oh, at least I'm even part of the retail. Why not help me? He ignored. So I thought about it. I felt so pained. I won't lie to you. And I said, no. I need it will be small. Yes, very, very small.
But you needed the 500 back.
It's my money.
This anger came from the fact that he did not respond to you.
When my RAPE happened.
Yes.
And now you are telling me your spirit do not permit you to help me.
Was that also the reason why you made a video calling him a scammer?
Okay. Yes. I did that. Yes.
Because I don't understand how he has scammed you in all of this.
Okay.
Except that he made a promise he did not fulfill.
Now, before, if you watch the video I did on that scam, I had to do the definition of scam. Because of course, in Nigeria, with the word scam, people always see it like monetary transaction. But it is far beyond monetary transaction. If I come to you, I pretend to assist you, I pretend to help you in any way, and at the end I do not help you in terms of, it could be verbal agreement, it could be written agreement, it's a scam. Let me give you and it's because when people say, how do you call him a scam? I say people don't understand. And it's because maybe people don't, I don't know what their depth of knowledge and understanding. But this is what, let me give you an instance. If I think a lot, I reason. My daughter had a rape issue. I contacted you. You never met my ex. I was the one that sent my ex's number to Deji. They never had meeting with my ex. The children were in my custody. The children came to my house. I think around May. They left within a month or so. They didn't even stay long. The children were doing well. So there was no time my ex-wife took. It was not my ex-wife that took my children there. I took my children there. I took my children there. I never stopped my children from speaking with my ex. They had their phones. Sometimes I even the boat car was driving. My children will charge phone in the car to speak with their mother. So how will you children that have been with their mother for over how many years? They just spend less than a month and you are saying I kept my children away from their mother. Now, when the RAP thing happened, this is where I said it's a scam. It's a scammer. And I still said it. And if I see him as a gentleman, I will shake him, will laugh. I may apologize to him. Maybe the word looks so ambiguous and heavy, and maybe he felt embarrassed. I will tell him sorry, but I will tell him truly, guy, you know, do me well. I'm a man. If you offend me as a man, I'll tell you, man, you know, do me well. Go shake hand. But if your daughter was RAPE and somebody gave you hope to ensure you get justice, behave as if he will help you. To the point where you even make posts, say no, don't make posts again. We are working at the background. If you are very investigative and intelligent in nature, I say ideas. I'm a thinker. That's what I do for a living. Sometimes I can lock myself in the room and thinking. So when you do something to me, I think. And I was, what were you doing at the background? What is their background? Is it that they were negotiating on something? Background. What is the background? So for me, he scammed me. And I didn't say he's scamming.
So what you're saying is that there must have been a reason why he did not continue.
He did not continue that case.
Now, immediately he said this video, especially the part that VTM took money, like he took money to help him. Me, I know personally that part is a lie, because VTM have never, ever took money from anybody to help them. He even used his own money to write petitions and lots of things. But when this guy said that VDM requested money from him, I knew that he was lying. But it's not just that part. And I want you guys to watch this particular video on how VDM explained his own part of the story, what happened, how it happened. And I want us to watch it together.
Please pay attention to this, right? So, the news says court remand Pastor NHS Brothers and ex-Dunamis pastor in prison over alleged defamation. Now, if you remember, this guy by the right, he came out recently on a podcast to say that most of the miracle Pastor NHS does, they are all RNG miracle. Now, they don't arrest him. I see a lot of people, they comment, oh, why would they arrest him for defamation and all that? Wait, before you start to defend this guy, make I come tell you my personal experience with this particular guy. I know the kind of person this guy be. When I watch that podcast, there are no great talk, right? Now, make I give you a story. If you look at this picture, you will see me, and by my side is Barrister Adeyanju and the guy's brother and the guy. Now, I saw a video of this guy online where he made the video saying that his 15-year-old daughter was taken advantage of by Reno Omokri's brother. If you remember, I even did a whole video and said, oh, Reno Omokri's brother and blah, blah, blah. You saw it, this was on my page, right? So, from there, I told the guy that we should pursue the case. That was how we now went to Barrister Adeyanju's office. And Barrister Adeyanju decided to do the case pro bono, because the guy said they don't get money. And we want justice for the guy, right? We now told them, bring the victim and let them come. He now said the victim is with his wife. That for the past how many years, he has not seen his kids, because him and his wife had a divorce, right? So the kids are with the woman, and the case is with the woman, and that's where the thing happened. That is because he's not around. That is how the whole thing happened, where the pastor did forceful entry on his daughter inside the church. I said, no, voila. Then we were able to speak to this thing. Then we were able to speak to the wife, so that the wife would come. You know, we spoke to the wife, we told the wife, we convinced her that we are going to get justice for them. So the wife brought the kids, and the guy came. When the guy came, it was a little bit off, because they have not been together, right? So that was how the young girl narrated the story, how Reno Omokri's brother allegedly took advantage of her inside the church, you know. So we're about to do the case. The guy now said that he now convinced, he was now now bashing the woman that the girls, the daughters to come and stay with him, something like that. So the girls now went to stay with him. So while we're doing the case, we now noticed that this guy took advantage of this thing and decided to keep the children and deprive them from seeing their mother, just the way the mother did to him. So it was difficult for us to work on the case because they were not all in uniform, right? So by strategy, went to court on multiple occasions with his lawyer on the case. But in our case, court matter they kept on adjourning and adjourning, right? We all did all our best. You understand? I think the case is still in court up to now. Now, something that happened. One day, the guy reached out to me because it was on Twitter that we met. The guy reached out to me saying that he had an accident with his car. All right. So when he told me, I told him that, oh, sorry about that, but don't worry, I can help you fix the car. Then he did his quotation. It was 900 and something thousand naira. Now, while we were talking, his wife now called. Yeah, spoke to the lawyer. Then they called me. Then the wife now said that please, she wants to get her children back from the man, and the man is making it difficult. I said, how? What's going on? She now said the daughter called her to say the father beats them. Not just that the father beats them and they want to run, that please the mother should come and pick them, the man is maltreating them. I was like, wait a minute, I thought you were supposed to be the ones to take care of these children better. So he just gave me a red flag, right? So I now texted the guy after the whole thing. I now texted him and I said, bro, my spirit doesn't want me to give you nothing, because it was not looking as if the guy was a two-faced person. I said, my spirit doesn't want me to give you nothing. Now where will I enter? Now see the gist. He said, to be frank with you, if you tell me that it's your spirit, then I am so disappointed. I was a pastor for 20 years and pastored in Dunamis, which resulted in my divorce and my children misbehaving because of their mother. Today, I am a humanist. I am no longer a Christian or believe in God or Jesus Christ. In my little way, I have spoken and helped folks even when I didn't have money. Right now, Ijele Speaks is in detention and I am among the few speaking up for him. In all my posts, especially on Facebook, for almost 5 months, I use this hashtag. I have been to DSS Asokoro, FCID Area 10 Soldier Correctional Facility, all for speaking against criminal pastors. And today, I am a man that fights, and today, a man that fights like me, except he has more opportunities than me financially, telling me his spirit doesn't even allow him to assist me. What is the entitlement for? Anyways, let's move on. And tomorrow we criticize politicians and bad leaders. You are only working with what you heard about me. You don't know me, brother. As a humanist, my joy is when I help others. If you are in trouble, I will speak for you in my little way. I don't discriminate. As long as you are human, you are my brother. Now today, you know, brother, one love. I didn't respond. Another day sent another message. He said, my fellow brother is profiling me. You don't even know me. How then do we build a better society? Brother, I beg you to review your decision. All I need is financial assistance to stand in my hustle. I didn't respond. Then he went on saying, when I had that accident, that I hit a deep Philox with my younger brother, in the voice note, I called you. You didn't, but I was able to come out. I called you when my new wife had a child. I called you. You didn't respond. I came out. Now I am begging you to help me again. Brother to brother, help me. I didn't respond. Another day, same day, he sent another message. He said, okay, even your Bible, Jesus was not led to help a poor woman, but she asked, even if it's the crumbs, give me. Jesus sharing that helper. Brother, even a crumb, help me stand. I beg. I didn't respond. He sent another and said, okay, brother, I live in Jukwe. Can we meet and talk one-on-one? Please, maybe you will have a rethink, brother. I didn't respond. He said, brother to brother, you go help or you go block me. For now, I don't have an option. Soon, I know you will marry and you will understand. My ex-wife made me see Pepe. I lost cars, properties, and my children temporarily. I won't give up on life. I must succeed. My brother assisted me in being part of my story. I didn't respond. He sent another and said, brother to brother, okay, give me for a hired purchase. I will pay 30K every week. I am ready to write undertaking and I will bring guarantors. Please, I want to hustle. I didn't respond. Then he said, bro to bro, the way you are profiling me because I asked your assistance. If Don Jazzy profiled you the same way, would he have given you the financial assistance? I remember you criticized him, but he looked away from all that to assist you. But today you are profiling an innocent brother. What is my offense? Is it because I asked you to verify your Facebook account? Is it because you assumed to know my relationship with my ex-wife and children? I didn't respond. He sent another one. If thousands of Nigeria donated to Ratel accounts, and that included me, profile you, do you think we would have contributed? Why do you choose to be hard on me when you don't know me? I didn't respond. Then that same day, he now sent me a car. He now said, good day, distinguished bro. I saw this post of this car for sale. I spoke with her and she said it will go for 1.3. Please send it to you in your name and let me pay you 30K every week. I will bring guarantor and sign any agreement you want. I beg, staying at home without income is painful. I didn't respond. Then he said on December 6th, he said, good morning, distinguished brother. Have you changed your mind? I didn't respond. Then he said, bro to bro, you wicked though. Then he went on saying, on the 8th of December, he now said, well, can you refund my donation to the Ratel bank account? I thought you had everyone in mind. Not knowing that you profiled me, he now sent me a receipt of the 500 Naira he sent to the NGO account. He now said, this is my receipt. Please refund my money. You are not what I thought you are. I didn't respond. He now sent me a throwback picture of myself, which I posted online. He said, this is your picture and your transition. The same way you could tell me that your spirit is not allowing you to give me nothing. If others profile you the way, would you be where you are today? To be honest with you, you are opposite of what you display online. Please refund my money. I still need answer. He said, please refund my money. I still need answer. Now, brothers and sisters, guess what this guy did? This guy now went to do a YouTube video and he now titled it, this is my personal experience with very dark man and how he scammed me, part 1. You see how everything went? First of all, he tried to emotionally blackmail me because I told him my spirit does not want me to give him. Tried to emotionally blackmail me. It didn't work. He gaslighted me. It didn't work. He said a lot of things. It didn't work. He tried to manipulate me. It didn't work to give him money. And this is where it resulted to. He now started with blackmail. And now he now started with trying to defame by saying, oh, I tried to scam him. Just imagine. So you will see the kind of person he is. So can you imagine the one where nature don't go through for this guy? If me, when try to help you, when you come to say they do for so and so your daughter, I don't know you from anywhere. I carry you go meet Barrister DG. Barrister DG spending time. He carrying lawyers. Everything. 1 Naira was not paid. And you come out, come go make video. Say, I scam you. Because you tell me I give money. I tell you, say my spirit not allow me. So imagine the kind of person he is. That means true. My spirit's no lie. That means everything his wife accused him of is true. He's a manipulator. So before now they say, hey, make them leave her. That's so it be. But again, you still know me say they go lock him up for defamation. Yes, we did totally against that. If a nature feels like this guy have defamed him, he should sue the guy. He should sue him. He should sue him. All this defamation. Now mind you again, why would the pastor be arresting somebody for defamation? It makes no sense. I mean, you preach forgiveness. So can't you forgive him? No, the Bible says they slap it on the other side. So what is the problem, Dr. Paul and Niger? With all due respect, Papa, as they call you. With all due respect, if you feel defamed by this guy, maybe whatever thing he's saying is a lie, you understand, you feel defamed, then sue him. Unless maybe you don't fear say, bless the guy they talk now true. There's no other interpretation to that. Because why are you arresting him for saying that your miracle is fake? And why did you not arrest Dr. Dr. Paul Damina? Because I think he said something, although he didn't say it directly, but he gave a clue. You understand? He gave a clue. So please, wanna let the guy go. You can sue him to court. See this whole idea of defamation and arresting people. I'll totally be against it 100%. Please. I beg you, son. I beg you. Now your power. You understand? You get power, you get the connection, you have the influence. You literally have the biggest church in the world. You know, you have the biggest church in the whole world. So your influence is strong, you know, and very valid. So please, sir, please let him go and sue him for defamation and get money off him. Then if you know if he pay you, then the next thing will be done. Thank you very much, Dr. Paul Eneche. And people where they beg for this man, just know the kind of person where he be. You know, be the kind of person where we say that they beg for. But then again, for what it is worth, please, it should be released. Thank you very much.
Now, thank God that VDM came out to clarify the hair. This was the same man that lied. I think I can't say lied. He made some serious allegations against Paul Eneche, but Paul Eneche arrested him. After Paul Eneche arrested him, he was later released and they warned him not to say anything about Paul Eneche. But however, he went ahead to reveal some certain secrets on how Paul Eneche used his family to testify or do a fake testimony in church that Jesus Christ healed their daughter or their child holes in the heart and a lot of that. For me, it did not sit well. But that still didn't make it like, okay, is right or wrong, or what he said is true or lies. So I'm going to be neutral and ask you guys your opinion in the comment section. What do you think about Abraham, what he said about VDM? What do you think about VDM, what he said about Abraham? What do you think about Dr. Paul Eneche's side of the story, testimony, and how a lot of things that have been playing out? I want you guys to go to the comment section. Let's rub minds together and, you know, contribute our own personal opinions about this. I'll be waiting for you. Please, if you know you love and watch and enjoy our content, please give these videos a thumbs up. It will help this content to grow. Aside that, I really love your comments. Your comments tells that people really watch my video to this extent, and let's dialogue in the comment section. It helps to make me know that people are engaging in my content. Please, if you know you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for, just hit on the subscribe button, and so that you will be the first person to be notified anytime we upload a new video. All you need to do after you subscribe, just turn on the notification bell. All our returning subscribers, God bless you. May God continue to make provision for you. especially in the area of your finances, all the money you spend it to buy data to watch our content. May God replenish it back to you in a million volts. I pray for you that your good heart desire are meant, and I thank you guys for your support. Remember, we are only making our videos to enlighten people and not to stop you from going to church. Me personally, I'm a Christian. I go to church every Sunday. In all my videos, some of my videos, I always highlight that part. I'm not making my video to tell you not to go to church. Go to the rightful church. Stop being a miracle seeker. In most churches today, where you see thousands and thousands of people gathered, 90% of the people that are gathered are not actually saints. They are all seeking for miracle. That's why once they get this thing that they're looking for, they abstain and stay away from church. So until we start re-educating people that these are the reason you go to church for this specific reason and stop going to church for this reason, people will really don't understand. All right, let me not just turn it to church stuff. We have a lot of video coming on this platform regarding to church. We love you guys. God bless you. Until we meet again. Peace out.